It's not often that I get to catch a release of a brand new puzzle game from the creator of Cosmic Express, and for those that watched the mega stream that I did, also the creator of A Good Snowman is Hard to Build, is a brand new game called A Monster's Expedition. So the guy who made this, he's, in my eyes, 2 for 2 in really good puzzle games, and coming out with the new one right after I beat the Cosmic Express is pretty sick. Yeah, new games are always fun. I always enjoy the process of learning a game. So honestly, I don't really know what to expect. I've seen like 30 seconds of footage, but I think we're just gonna hop into it. Wish me luck, chat. Let's enjoy A Monster's Expedition. Oh, it's this dude! Alright, so this is the dude from A Good Snowman's Hard to Build. This guy has actually been apparent in Cosmic Express as well. He's actually the dude who drives the train. No joke. Right, so what's the idea? Oh, the music's here. Alright, so it's a game about chopping down trees and walking on the logs across across other areas. So I was told that this was an open world puzzle game, and that seems to be the idea. A lot of exploring that you can do. Can't really knock over rocks or anything. I do see the tree. I guess there's dialogue as well that I can read. It's a museum for humans, but a scale model. Right, so this is our little monster guy that the game is named after. And I guess it's kind of an open world game about learning about humans. Experts have recently suggested that keeping objects indoors may have been part of Englandland's effort to hide and store museums' collections of stolen property. Alright, so it's simple to roll a log. All it takes is one push and it rolls until it stops. However, if you turn it over, it looks like you can go one by one. That's what I'm gathering right now. So again, you hit this and it rolls all the way as far as it can, and then we just kind of go end over end. And we can then switch the directions. Nothing too ridiculous here. It all lines up pretty nicely.
There was a single moment in this game when my mind was blown and I realized that it was going to become seriously hard. Have fun.
You've played this game already? It's been out for 2 hours. Humans like to put objects on boxes called plinths. At first, monster experts didn't know why, but then strangers kept thinking the plinth-less exhibits were lost property and handing them in at the help desk. It turns out plinths are very important. They are pretty important because they allow me to actually block the trees from falling over. Right, so I'm gonna roll this over here, and then I'm gonna kind of tumble it over here. What I'm curious is if this will screw me. It says undo, so it seems I can only walk across the log if it goes the long way. So, I mean, okay, and if it lands in that way, it rights itself. Good to know. 2 trees. Well, so what's the deal? We got one here, and then what's the use of the other one? Oh. So, actually, here's what I'm thinking then. Since it seems like that tree can't be used, unless if I want to do this. Oh, I can do that. I bet that's not it, but it's interesting, though. I could go back for other trees. Let's take a look at this. Certificate of Excellence. This isn't a human object, but we won a Monster Travel Award for the museum. Look, there's a trophy too, except we sort of knocked it over. Now there's a bit missing, so it's in the mending cupboard at the head office, but the certificate is great.
You are now excellent.
I graduated from middle school. So, what's the deal here? We got the tree. We knock over the tree. I assume I can push in the water like that. So, it seems like we can kind of just keep our journey going. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Now, what's crazy is that this is losing, so I'm going to back this up a little bit. It's cool that I can just make him sit down at the edge of the island, rest his feet in the water. That's actually such a cute little addition. Right, so there's actually not much I can do with this tree, funny enough. I could do this. Oh, I can walk across it like that. That's really good to know. I don't need to have it be in water if I want to walk across. So it looks like there's a checkpoint up there. I think I want to go about it like so. I think I'm actually going to send it down real quick. Definitely not what I wanted. I'm going to back this up a bit. Or actually, I could reset. I could reset this land. Right, so obviously I wanted to go across here. I could always go with the classic move like this. Why did I think that was going to work? No, that's definitely a loss, but it's certainly interesting. Yeah, no, there's not much I can do with that. Let's reset that. All right, so if I want it to end, it's got to be tumbling up and down in this column. And right now, it wants to tumble or go up and down in these columns over here. Can you push the rock? I think that's just an aesthetic thing. You can kind of wobble it around. So here's what I wonder. Does it roll past the stump? It does not. Awesome. So the stump, also like the rock, can stop it. Q here sign. Humans from Englandland love to queue. We don't know exactly why, but expert researchers speculate that standing outside for long periods of time is why these humans developed such a close interest in what the weather was doing. It's just me, or is that log fat? No, it's the same log. Maybe just different colored wood. Is this? So, it seems like we maybe unlocked a map or something. We can see everything we've gone to. Wait, there's a lot here. There is a lot. So it said space to travel. Let's see what this does. Oh, it does. Yeah, just spits me out. Okay, so there's fast travel in this game. Mandatory for an open world game to have fast travel. So I'm sure there'll be more of those. I think we can technically only go left right now. 3 trees, pretty dense island here. So many ways to go, maybe up. Oh, that's not what I expected to happen. Yeah, I should have expected otherwise. Let's back this up. This one, I can go down real easily. What's this? Holiday lies. Holidaying humans like to send pictures they didn't take to people they didn't like, claiming that they wish those other humans were present. Don't put this exhibit in the monster post. Replica holiday lies are available in the gift shop. We don't just lie, we also eat hot chip, be bisexual, twerk. All very important things. So anyways, I want to knock over this log and I want to send this over. Maybe to here. Walk over this. Oh, nope, I can't quite do that. I just do the little log running exercise. So it seems like I need 2. Let's get 2 logs going. Okay. Wait, it's a double log, which means I can probably go up now. Oh, well, that was unexpected. I expected it to be a too long path, but now it's a sturdy set of logs. Very cool. We built a bridge. Yeah, exactly. Right, so let's knock this over. And I think I could tumble this over. I don't think this is right, though. This feels kind of sloppy. Wait, unless if this works. No, this doesn't let me go that way. I'm just going to reset this island. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of possibilities, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Something like this, where I just push that in here, and then I do a similar idea over here, so I assume this will also it does bundle, yeah. Although I wonder if there's some way. Here's what I'm thinking, right? I probably don't need 2 logs to create the bundle to get across. I bet it's possible to do it with just 1 log pushed the right way. I wouldn't be surprised if we had to somehow conserve our logs to access unique areas. So if we're talking about hard stuff that maybe has a bit of a meta aspect, kind of like how Cosmic Express did, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Sounds really difficult, not gonna lie. Stanchion and ropes. This is another human museum magic trick. If you put little metal poles around an exhibit, visitors will still get too close and prod it. But if you connect the poles using velvet ropes, an invisible wall pops up and the exhibits are safe. Right, it seems that there's 2 ways to go about this. We could either go down or over. Here's what I want to look at, right? You take this guy and you tumble him over, or you don't tumble him over. That's totally okay too. I could roll him into the rock instead, make my life easier. And you know what? Then I'll knock this over this way, and I'll do a little tumble, 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 tumble to set up the little raft. Plaque. The most recent human museum trick that monster experts have discovered is plaques. Any information on the plaque felt truthier. Even if it was just a guess, researchers are still trying to determine if the same is true for monsters. Well, not gonna lie, it seems to be working that way very well so far. Alright, so now I'm gonna start doubting these plaques because the game is starting to already have meta commentary on plaques. So we knock over the tree. I can go over here if I want. Okay, it looks like I gotta go up. If I do, I can't go on this. Right, of course. But I can create a little double raft here and hope that this helps me use this. Little sketch, not gonna lie. I could go this way. There we go. I was wondering. How'd you know I was gonna do that? Through puzzling exhibitions. Oh, what if we got into? What if we just got ourselves into? Oh, God. That was something. That's the end of the game. That's it. Thanks for watching. Well, I guess I'm not going up. I'm very much going down. I don't even know what to do here. I mean, I can create this and go across, but it feels like I also stuck to myself. Because now it's a 2 wide gap, so I have to maybe set it up so I can go back. Oh, wait, I can use the rock. I see now. I totally, definitely did not even think about using it as a mechanic. I thought that'd just be a one-time little thing. Okay, that's a mechanic. It's all making sense now. In that case, let's set up a raft here and go across. So we're pushing boats now. Well, this is actually super creative. I think I'm going to undo this a little bit, though, just so I can push this down and then go over, so I can set this up a little better, because it seems like there's a very specific circumstance in which I cannot push the thing. All right, so it seems like I can actually move this time. I like the rock climbing wall. The human storage rack, huh? The hooked protrusions on this wall suggest it performed a similar function to the familiar human coat rack, but instead of collecting coats, it allowed users to store multiple humans without them getting crumpled or wrinkled. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. All right, let's go right, I suppose. So I want to create like a 2 thing going down there. Can't say that's right though, I'll be honest. This is just this very specific scenario where I guess we can't push the log from on top of a stump. So I'm wondering if there's some way where I want to set that up, maybe. Can I push? Look at that. You can push a log into another log and then use that to push yourself. That's a lot of ways to interact with these logs. Can't say I expected. A flamingo tube, an inflatable flamingo. Not much is known about how this species of buoyant plastic waterfall evolved in Englandland. Our best guess is that traditional feathered flamingos got fed up with standing on one leg and decided to adopt extreme flotation techniques instead. Right, so can I do, I mean, with this raft I can go back and forth, which is kind of sick. What I'm almost wondering is if I can maybe set up a tree. I can't put a tree here, but I maybe set up more trees in the future so I can use that raft in other ways. Right, so what I'm actually going to do is push it this way and then push it up, and then I'm going to tumble it on over to here. Another fast travel. Let's take a look at everything we've done so far. Quite a lot. We made a journey down here and looped around here, and then there's some stuff up there potentially. I could head on over to here. How would I go here if I wanted to? I just click on there. I think I'm good. I'm totally fine. Let's just keep playing this out. But I do like that they have fast travel. Already, that makes this game a 10 in my book. Because I remember playing Fez, I'm like, this is pretty cool and I want to do stuff. But the game needed fast travel so badly. There's a couple things I could do with this log. I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted us to push the log in this direction. Well, this does nothing. I keep forgetting. On top of a stump, you can't push a log. You always jump on top. It seems to me like I'm going to set up a raft there, but hopefully that this guy won't have any issues getting over there. It seems like I have a lot of space, so can I bring this up and over here? Yes, there we go. Using the top, and now we've got a raft. What this? Loose change. This trove of cash was excavated from the velvety nooks and crannies of the seating at the Phoenix Movie Palace when the theater was refurbished in 2042. The total value of the coins at that time was just enough to cover the cost of 2 standard off-peak cinema tickets and a small popcorn. I like the dialogue in this game. I do like it. Let's continue our boat journey. We hit a giant ring. Wait a second. Wait a second, that was a ring. How small are these dudes? Unless if we're expected to believe that it's just a giant ring for, you know, a giant person. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Actually, now looking at the scale of everything, it makes more sense that the ring is just giant rather than the trees being somehow tiny and the rocks being somehow tiny. Either way, big ring. Let's check out the Starbucks. I guess they haven't invented recycle bins yet. Well, we can stand here, sip it, enjoy the view. My caffeine of preference used to be caffeine pills, but now I've gone more into pre-workout. I still don't do caffeine often, but pre-workout has gotten nice. But then he just throws the styrofoam cup. I mean, maybe it looks like there's a trash bin back there. Anyways, what's the deal? Big tree, big log, big log. Big log. That's gonna be weird to work with. Can we knock these over still? Oh, it just pushes now. And this can keep pushing. Oh, this is interesting. The log is too big. I can't actually walk across this, so it needs to be at a 2 gap. All right, so the play might actually involve starting by going up. And then I'll come back to that eventually, but let's do this. A leech-powered pen? Before humans harnessed the power of steam, they tried to harness the power of leeches. Instead of traditional cartridges, this leech-powered pen used leeches fed on blood-flavored ink. I'm gonna be honest, I know each of those words individually, but in combination, it makes no sense to me. Right, so this is definitely not how I want to have the log be. So let's mess around with this log, try to see if we can form a 2-gap. We could probably create a big raft eventually, which sounds pretty sick. But we'll create our 2-long pathway here, and another big log. Oh, wait, we have the same problem with the stump, of course. But that's fine, because I gotta push this over, and then over like this, and then we roll it back, and then we go over here. That's totally fine. Up we go. Okay, so I do enjoy the big logs. So it seems like I knock it over like that, and then push it into the water there, and explore this area. Inflatable flamingo egg, unverified. Not a, I guess that's actually a rugby ball, right? My American-centered ass was gonna say football, but I know better. This curious aerated egg is now thought to be part of the inflatable flamingo's reproductive cycle. The parent birds probably took turns encircling the egg with their rubber ring bodies, thus protecting and incubating it until an inflatable chick emerged. Let's just push this over. It seems like I, again, can't push while on a stump. This is... man! And I assume I can't push it over the stump. I think I did try. It's just important to make sure. Right, so I reset this because that's just not right. So let's try pushing it up. The classic direction of up. And then just kind of push it over to this. Oh, this is interesting. Can I use this? No, it doesn't actually let me use that as a bridge. Right, and it makes sense as to why. Because we don't have direct access to that length. So what I'm thinking is, like, part of me also wants to push it up here, but then this will happen. So I think I can do this. Neat. So I'll have to use that a lot more, I think. Like now, for example. However, they definitely prepared for me to do that again. That was way too obvious because it's not going to work as I don't get off here. So what I want to do is just push this over. Okay, so here's something I could probably do. I could probably walk on this, push this down. Now we're talking. And more fast travel. Let's read this and then check out our progress. It's a lighthouse. At first glance, this appears to be a lighthouse. In fact, it is the Elysium or lure of a gigantic anglerfish. These predators outpace their subaquatic food supply and learn to prey on human sailors by dangling their pulsing lure above the water. Let's check out how much more we've uncovered. Oh, hey, there's the start. Okay. So here we are. Looks like it looks like I'm going left. It seems like a pretty obvious setup to me, but I'm curious how I'm going to get down in here. That might be more of an interesting challenge to get in those central areas. Big and small tree. Let's use this opportunity to go down and explore this area. A cream tea. Arguments over whether cream or jam should be applied to a scone first. Okay, they first escalated during the 2500s. Tensions culminated in the cream tea conflicts from 2576 to 2578, when Denovian and Cornish zealots waged mid-war afternoon warfare on a Gingham battlefield. So you're telling me it's past the 26th century, and they still use styrofoam cups for their coffee. So the leftmost tree is only accessible if I do this. But I'm wondering what the point of this tree is. What's notable is that I actually don't have a too wide gap up here. So maybe this is supposed to... Wait a second. Crap, how do I set this up? Some of you probably know what I want to do. Some of you know what I want to do. I just can't push it. We maybe go down? No, that can't be it, though. I assume just walking here isn't going to do anything. I like how he nervously checks over the edge. Alright, I can go here, though, and I can walk here. Oh, what the hell is that? Ah, yes. The big raft. I actually thought they'd have to be in spaces next to each other, so placing it on top definitely makes life a lot more easy. But alright, we've got a big raft. Let go. Oh, this is quite the journey. We're going a long way. What have we here? A pile of books. Unread books. To ease their collective angst, humans held an I want to be the kind of person who reads this, but it turns out I'm not and I feel bad book amnesty in 2025. The move freed up 9.38 square kilometers of bedside table surface space. I feel called out. It's just sitting here. I got through like 60 pages, but I got a lot of book left. It's a brave new world for those who couldn't pick it up. Alright, so it seems like we have more raft shenanigans. So be it. Another journey.